Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory, the second video of the day. This is, of course, coming out to you guys on Boxing Day. I hope you have had a great Christmas, and if you missed the first video of the day, you need to go check it out because you need to put in that Christmas locker code that we got from 2K. It was a madness. We managed to get, spoiler alert, we managed to get the Pink Diamond John Stockton, which was the most expensive player on the board at the time of opening that code. So we really cashed out and we did really well. But for today, we're actually going to be talking about investing in cards and how to make MT through investing. Now, I know I'm not the best person to talk about this. There's other people. I mean, Space is incredible with his auction house work. I'm nowhere near his level, but I do notice a couple of trends, and there are a couple of things that are always pretty much guaranteed to obviously make MT. And if you are new to the NBA 2K Myteam game, then this will definitely help you out. But of course, if you're in your early stages, you need to be just jumping into the offline content, getting the challenges done, and getting as many budget players as you can. And there are plenty out there. I think I did the video yesterday, actually, going through the best players you can get for under 2,000 MT, and there are some ridiculous cards that you can pick up. So the options are aplenty for running with a nice squad early on in your 2K or Myteam career. So let's get into the video for today. So if we come over to the auctions, I'm actually bidding on some heat check cards again, as I said I would do in the first video of the day. And again, we're getting them with some MT coming back to us as refunds, which is really nice. So this is definitely going to be the first method, and it is obviously heat check cards. Now, I just bid on the cards, as you see, by like 2,200 MT, and then if I find any in the buy it now for, again, around the same price, I'll pick them up, but only if I think they are of a good team, and they're actually going to make me a bit of profit. So Grayson Allen from the Grizz, I don't really think he's going to be too good, so probably wouldn't pick that one up. But of course, you do get some really high rated cards. So if we come down to the, we've got the Pacers, we've got Victor Oladipo at 85 rated. So I picked him up for 2,200. Now, the thing is, when a card like Oladipo goes on fire, obviously 2K usually just do moments cards and they give him a couple of overalls increases. But with heat check cards, he would probably go up to like a 92 rated card. Like, it is ridiculous. If we go to one of the high rated cards, so LeBron is not on fire, but he is at 91 rated. That means AD isn't on fire either. Either of these two on fire. So Kawhi is 93 at the moment, but he was actually a 97 rated, which is ridiculous. And of course, by default, he should be a 91. No, he should be a 90. So he went up 7 overalls when his heat check was on, which is crazy. So yeah, Oladipo could go up to a 92 rated. So of course, when they reach that level, their price skyrockets. Now, the thing is, it's tough to invest in certain players. You could do it on a game-by-game basis. If you have that much time, you could obviously just pick a team that's got a good game coming up. So like the, the Rockets did have the Warriors on Christmas Day, so you would have thought that Harden would have dropped like 70 or 80, but he actually didn't, and obviously the Rockets went on to lose that one. But yeah, looking at things like that, it would have been a good idea, and more likely than not, he is going to go for a mad game, and chances are he will go on fire. Some like the Bulls, you know, if the Bulls have an easy game coming up, Zach LaVine does the brunt of their scoring, and look at that, he's at 7k, wow, and that's before going on fire. So if he goes on fire, he'll go up to like a 90 rated card, and suddenly that's actually a really good card and will have some value. Now, 2K are very erratic with how they boost these cards. You get some teams that have like half their team on fire and they stay that way for quite some time. You can have other teams like the Knicks that can stay absolutely dead and not a single player gets boosted for quite some time. So it's very erratic. The best thing to do is just check your collection every day to see who's gone on fire, and if they are reasonably high rated, just have a look and see what their price has done, see if it's increased like a ridiculous amount for you to actually want to sell them and get a big profit. But most of the time, you're better off just holding on to them. And my rule is usually if they sell for over 3,000 MT, if they're going to get me about 3,500 or higher, then I will usually sell them. So I might go back and actually sell that Zach LaVine, because 7k for him would be ridiculous. But yeah, that is usually what I go for. I would definitely not recommend locking in any of these sets, especially at this point in the game. There's no point going for tokens. As you can see, I've got 1,800 tokens, and I have absolutely no desire to spend them. I know I'm only a couple of hundred away from getting a Galaxy Opal, but even that isn't really exciting me to the point where I want to actually go and spend them. So locking in, what is it, 2,000 for each player, so it's only about 30k for each set, which isn't bad really. but I just think there's no point in doing that just yet, and you can make a lot more money on that during the year. They're going to get rarer and rarer, more people are going to want to complete them, and their price is only going to go up. And if you really want tokens, you can come down here and do things like the legacy set. So the first one here, Earl Monroe, obviously dirt cheap. And you've got George Mikan, again, dirt cheap. Sidney Moncrief, pretty sure he is nice and cheap as well, as about 80k. We've got Bernard King coming in about 80k as well. No, about 100k. Wow, he's expensive. And then Bill Walton, again, coming in at about 100k. So you're looking at about 300-ish K for 200 tokens, which isn't too bad if you're going for a big amount. So that is the first way to do it. Heat check cards are definitely a good option to use this year. They're definitely updating them more than they did last year, which is good to see. And there just seems to be more of them out on the market. Last year, I'm pretty sure they went extinct very early on in the year. But this year, they seem to be hovering around the 2,000 MT price mark, which isn't bad. They're not going to go down lower than that, that is for sure. They're like silver players. They are always going to have value throughout the entirety of the year. So it's a very safe investment, and that is why I have got so many of them. There's no way they're going to come down too much. People are always going to want to complete these sets, and they're always going to have good value. So heat checks are a very good way to start with your investments. Next up is going to be Moments of the Week's cards. Obviously there's more than one, so all of these guys obviously just came out this week. Jamal Murray, a fantastic card. Obviously there is an abundance of him on the market when these packs first come out. They're the bottom tier of the cards. Obviously you've got the diamonds up here, and then you've got 3 amethysts, and then your 3 rubies. So obviously the rubies get pulled the most. There's most of them on the auction house, but they are fantastic little cards. So if we just come back a couple of weeks, and if we go to something like week 5, Evan Fournier, when he first came out, would have been about the same price, literally going for 800-900, something like that. And now you can see, of course, he is a good card, similar to the Jamal Murray, a very nice card. You can see he's up at like 2,500 MT. So give it a couple of weeks and your investment will double. And the same can be said for these Sapphire cards, but obviously they don't do Sapphires anymore, but the same can definitely be said for Amethyst cards. So Vucevic, when he first came out, was like 6k, I believe. He's now up around, well, it's only just about gone up to 8k, but someone who I actually invested in when he did come out was Valanciunas. Where are you at, buddy? I have completely lost Jonas Valanciunas. How have I lost him? Was he really that long ago? No, there he is. So Valanciunas as an Amethyst, when he first came out, I was picking up for 4,000 MT, ridiculously cheap, and I managed to sell all of mine for 10,000. So I really over doubled my investment on him. He's down at about 7k at the moment, but he did, like I say, he did peak around 10k, which is really good. So yeah, over double my investment on him, which was awesome. So Moments of the Week cards are definitely something to invest in. And then next up, we're going to talk about locker codes. So obviously locker codes come out and they are fantastic. Like we got this John Stockton in ours, which I'm still so hyped about, like 65k for him. That is an incredible locker code. I don't remember having a locker code that good for quite some time. But obviously their prices are rock bottom when the players are first in the locker codes. So also in locker codes we had the Paul Pierce. So we'll go ahead and take a look at his price right now. No, he's not Payuol, he's Paul Pierce. He is coming in at, I believe, around 2,000 MT, so absolutely dirt cheap. 2,000 MT, it does just about have a bid on it. Let's just bid this up a little bit to maybe 2.3k. Nope, nothing there, so we're going up about 2.5k, I imagine, something like that. No, he's actually going up in price already. So this locker code did come out yesterday, but you can see there, he's still about 2,500 MT. Now, of course, the thing is, there is going to be so many people putting this card up in auction. They're all going to be wanting to sell it if they're not going to use it. So they're all going to be undercutting each other. So the chances of a snipe are massively increased because there's so many more of him up on the auction house. But in general, his price will come back at some point or another. He's not going to go lower. I mean, the thing is, with this Paul Pierce and with this Earl Monroe, this guy that I'm really beginning to hate, they just seem to love putting these guys in locker codes. Earl Monroe, I believe, has been in 3 locker codes. And I believe Paul Pierce has been in 2, and he's also been the daily login reward, which is just ridiculous. So they really are hammering these 2 cards home. Not sure why. Maybe they think they're the most user-friendly cards to begin my team with. I'm not sure why they're doing it, but they are. But if you can choose any other cards other than these to pick up, then their prices should go up. So even someone like the Wilt Chamberlain, let's take a look at his price. Even like the big cards, they obviously will fluctuate in price massively when a locker code comes out. So he's not selling for 60k at the moment. Before he was in packs, I'm pretty sure he was selling for well over 100,000 MT. We'll put this up at 60k, and you can see there's quite a lot for 60k. Now, chances are his price will recover back a little bit. he is a card, and you've always got to know where a card slots in. Is it going to be important throughout the entirety of the year? And of course, Wilt Chamberlain slots in to the Prime Series 1, which is for a Galaxy Opal Rayon, which is always going to be a card that is desirable, whether it's this week or whether it's in July or June. This card will always be desirable. So Wilt Chamberlain is always going to have value, and his value will of course fluctuate with how cheap these other guys are. Like if they release T-Mac in a code, or they put him as a reward in something like TTO or something like that, that would of course drop his price massively, which would increase the price of all of the other guys in the set. So Chamberlain's price could come back up with that, or it just could come back up naturally as well, because more and more people actually want to lock in these sets, and more people obviously want to use him in their team, because it is a very, very good card. So locker codes are definitely something to keep an eye on. And the other thing, of course, is on the login rewards, the daily login rewards, and this is big. So like I mentioned, the Paul Pierce was a daily login reward. Again, he's been in locker codes as well, but similar situation really. The first couple of days after him being a daily login reward, he will be dirt cheap, and then his price will gradually come back up. And the same can be said for diamond consumables. So this is where I've absolutely cleaned house, and that's how I've lost, well, I haven't lost, I've invested like 400k. So on Christmas Day, it was a diamond consumables pack. So everybody who logged in to 2K that day had a diamond consumables pack. And of course, that means you can get either a diamond shoe, a diamond coach, or a diamond contract. And obviously, contracts were selling for around 15k before the code. After the code, or after the login reward, they were selling for about 10k. So their price went down about 5,000 MT. And you can see their diamond coaches. To be fair, I'm not sure entirely how much they were selling for before, but you can guarantee they were selling for a lot more than this. But as for the diamond shoes and the diamond contracts, let's go for diamond contracts first off. So yeah, you can see there, they're selling for about 11,000 at the moment. Before the login reward, they were 15,000. Now, it's obvious they're going to recover back to where they were, because before that code, or before the login reward, and before the they did another one as well. I think they gave out another one as a daily login reward. Before that, they were like 25 to 30,000 MT. So it's all about knowing your prices and knowing what a card can recover to. So in my head, I'm thinking these diamond contracts could potentially go back up to 20,000 MT, which would be big, because if you come to my auctions, I have got 10 of them sitting here ready to go. So I bought them all for 10,000 MT. If they all sell for 20,000, I've made 100,000 on my investment, which would of course be very, very nice. And the other thing I invested in was diamond shoes. So I went for, not that one, I went for the Adidas Project Harden ones, the Volume 3s, a 3-point shoe with driving layup, driving dunk, and draw foul and close shot, which I think is a really, really nice shoe. I managed to pick up 3 of these, all for around 20,000. Again, not bad. And obviously, you've got to know what the price they were before the diamond pack was available to everyone, and they were selling for about 50,000, so they came down massively. So again, in my head, I'm thinking they're only going to go up from there. They're always going to be a desirable shoe. Even in June and July, people are going to want diamond shoes, and they're going to want 3-point shoes as well. If they keep releasing more big men that can shoot the threes, obviously people are going to want this. And we also got the Adidas Superstars, which is a really nice shoe. This is one that I've put on my pink diamond Giannis, who we'll take a look at in a bit actually. We'll take him into the freestyle and see what his overall actually changes to after this shoe and after the coach boost. But this is a really nice one because it's ball handling, mid-range 3-point, interior D and close shot. And again, I managed to pick up 5 of these, again all for about 20k. And again, I knew they were selling for about 50k before the little icon, the login reward was given to everyone. So that surely is not a bid of that. No, I was going to say, if that was, I would have been selling them straight away. But you can see this one's probably got a bid on it. It does. So again, I think these prices are going to come up massively. Obviously, more cards are going to get bought up. And once a diamond card has been applied, you can't sell it. It is gone. So obviously, again, with more cards coming out, something like this T-Mac, would he have needed a diamond shoe? Let's take a look at T-Mac. Probably wouldn't have needed a 3-point shoe, to be fair. Well, I don't know. Someone probably would put a 3-point shoe on this. I don't know if they put the Adidas Superstar one on him, but they probably put a diamond shoe on him anyway, just because obviously he is a fantastic card. But every time 2K releases a new card, a new top-tier card, that people are going to want to keep in their squads for a while, just like I've done with this Giannis. So with this Giannis, I've got a diamond contract and a diamond shoe. I probably wouldn't have bought them for the prices they were selling at before this login reward was given, because yeah, that would have cost me a combined, how much would that cost me? About 65 to 70,000 MT, but instead it's cost me 30. So it's all about buying and selling at the right time as well. You've really got to be sensible with your timings. Don't put cards up in the evenings would be my advice. Definitely just try and sell them in the early mornings, because obviously in the evenings there's far more people on the game. So let's go into this. So Giannis goes up to a 97 overall player. We get a 98 mid, no we don't, we get a 98 close shot, a 95 mid-range on a Giannis card. That is ridiculous. We've got an 86 mid-range, 99 driving layup, 99 driving dunk, 89 ball handling on Giannis. It is just an absolute joke. Interior D's now at a 90, and then his speed should be nice and high as well. 99 speed, 99 speed, 95 acceleration. So that is why I have put a diamond shoe and a diamond contract on this card, because pretty much he cannot get any better. He is maxed out on his speed. The dunking and the driving is pretty much maxed out as well. Obviously, he could get a card with a better three-pointer, but I don't think he will. And it's already an 86, which is definitely more than usable. So this card is incredible. If you have got him and you haven't actually kitted him out with the diamond shoe or the diamond contract, now is the time. Their prices are still pretty damn low, and this is going to be the cheapest you're going to be able to get them for quite some time. Obviously, we are still in the festive period. We've got New Year's coming next week. Maybe 2K will do something else for that. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they release a nice little locker code on New Year's Day. That'd be pretty dope. So again, that might affect the market, and it'll be interesting to see what weekly challenges, no, well, not weekly challenges, what daily logins we get next week. Because again, there could be some nice stuff on that. But after that, it will calm down a little bit, and the market should go back to where it was before all of this madness happened. We should be able to cash out on some of our investments. Obviously, the Earl Monroe is pretty much dead to me now. We've got still, I think we've got 10 of him in the auction house, which is so sad because we are not going to get anywhere near the amount we paid for him back. At the moment, he's selling for like 2,000 MT, which is very sad. We've got the John McLaughlins as well that we need to sell, and we've got the Hedo Turkoglu's as well, which we're actually going to take a look at his price now, because here's one card that I haven't checked in a while, and hopefully he has gone up a little bit. Coming over to the auctions, we won another 2 heat check cards, which is awesome, including another Andre Roberson, who in earlier's video actually tried to put up for 6.9 thousand. He didn't sell for that, which is not a surprise, but at the time that was the cheapest by far. It was cheapest by like 2k, and then straight away he's down at 3.7. So heat check cards fluctuate massively throughout the day, so that's a little bit annoying, but oh well, can't complain, can't win all of them. I will just put him back into the club, that's not a problem at all. So Hedo Turkoglu, we bought him for about 5k, and it looks like he is about the same. That is annoying. I thought so many people would want to get this card because everyone's coming in thinking last year he was incredible. Okay, no, his price has actually come up a little bit. Alright, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. Okay, is it time to offload our Hedo Turkoglu's? So there's 2 up for under 6,000, or 1 up for under 6,000, 1 for 6.2. Where are we going to start hitting some more Hedo's? There's still hardly any up. What is this? Okay, now I think finally we have got lucky on an investment. 7,500. Wow, okay. 8,000 maybe? Is this going to be where this lows? There's still not even that much for 8,000. Wow, okay. I think we are going to put all of ours up for 8,000. We're going to see if we can get lucky on a few of these, because we still do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe if we nip over to the collection, we have got another one sitting right here ready to go. So we'll get him sold as well. So we've got 7 that hopefully we can actually sell. So when I bought all these Hedo's, I bought them all for under 2,000 MT. So again, this is a good example of an investment that has gone right. That is for sure. So I think I'm going to go for, I don't want to undersell, but I do want to get them sold before his price recovers again. So I think on the basis of what we just seen, I'm going to go 7.9 bid and then 8.5 on the buy now. And let's see how he does on that. But yeah, 2,000 MT I bought these all for, so I'm making big profit on every single card, which is obviously awesome. I don't make money on many of my investments, but when I do, it seems like this one has actually worked. And another thing to do is actually to look at big name cards. Well, not big name cards, but big, I don't know, like stat cards. I don't know how to describe it. Like the Lamar Odom is what is springing to mind. So when he first dropped, he was 50,000 MT, which everyone knew at the time was an absolute steal. I knew it was a steal. People in my comments were telling me it was a steal. And I obviously picked one up at that price. But I should have invested more. I definitely should have invested more in him, because at the moment, I believe he is up at around 80,000. So he's gone up 30,000 MT in profit, which could have been profit, obviously, if you had invested in him. He was a great card. Everyone knew he was a great card, but for some reason, the market just did not respond to that. And I think everyone was a little bit worried that he was going to stay that cheap throughout the duration of this game. But yeah, he's definitely recovered. So that is one thing to note. Some cards obviously are a bit false in their prices when they first do drop. So there we go. Hedoos are up in the auction house, which is awesome. And then let's take a look at Lamar Odom as well, coming in, like I said, around, there's no way he's 95k. If yes, I'm going to sell mine. 88k on that one. And again, there's so few up in the auction house now. When he first was released, there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And now I think there's barely like 1 or 2 pages. So it looks like he's about 80,000. Like I said, though, when he first dropped, he was 50,000. And you could get him easily for 50,000 MT. So big profit could have been made on him. What we got down here, we got another heat check card coming in. So yeah, it's all about monitoring prices, looking at what's happening in the game at a specific time, looking for locker codes, looking for the daily login rewards, and heat check cards as well, I believe are a very good investment. And other than that, it is just about being patient. When cards get rarer, when they get locked into sets, so like all these moments of the week cards, they're pretty desirable, and they are going to be for the rest of the year, because 100 tokens is no joke. And let's just take a look at someone like this, TJ Warren. Again, when he came out, he was probably like under 1,000 MT, and now you're looking at about 2,000. Again, it's only 1,000 MT profit, but if you have 50 of him, that's a 50,000 MT profit, which isn't too bad at all. So that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Let me know down below who the player, or if any player, that you've invested in has actually given you the most return on your money. So that's going to be it. Like I said, as usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.